Hey guys, it's Miss Randall. I'm going to be making these videos for you so you can see my face every week. I'm going to put some music on because that's how I like to work with music, but only for the beginning. This is my studio space and this is where I create. I got a rainbow here. I got a painting that I was doing of my dog. But I haven't worked on it in a very long time. But now that we have all this free time, maybe we can work on it. So today we are going to start our first project virtually. We are going to be creating geometric shape artwork. So the geometric shapes are shapes that we can name and measure. So for example, what shape is this? Circle. What shape is this? Rectangle, or it could be a square, but rectangle. What about this? I'm trying to make it as even as possible. Square. And then we have a triangle. So you all should know those shapes, and if not, you can watch those videos and go over the first one and then look at the second one, because those are examples of geometric shapes in art. So today we are either going to be drawing our shapes with a pencil on paper, or you can go around and find those shapes in your home. Now remember, we're only using the 4 shapes: squares, triangles, circles, and rectangles. So you can only find those shapes in your house. For example, here is some paint. What shape can I trace? And what about, this little box I found. What shape is this? And then, it's a very tricky shape to find, and that is a triangle. If you can find a triangle in your house, you are going to be the best at finding things in your house. Anyways, so let's see. What about this shape right here? Altoids box, rectangle. And if you can't find those shapes, you can just draw them freehand. That means just using the best that you can do and do it yourself. Does it have to be perfect? No, there is no such thing as perfect. I just want you guys to have fun and create. And I hope you've been creating already. And if you have, you can always share your work with your teacher. And then we can look at it when I get to Zoom or video chat with your class sometime in the next couple months. I'm not really sure because I work at 5 schools, guys, and it's really hard. This new learning from home and teaching from home is very new, and it's not the way that I would normally do it, or we would normally do it. So we just kind of have to go with the flow. So I'm going to make a little demonstration and you can follow along. Okay, so here I have collected, or went for a treasure hunt in my house, and I found some shapes that I'm going to trace. Remember, you only want to work with circles, rectangles, squares, or triangles. If you can't find what you need, you can just draw them freehand. That means without tracing. Okay, so I have a Sharpie, but you at home are going to be using a pencil. Why do you think we're going to be using a pencil? So that you can erase. But sometimes if you want to maybe do this a couple times, you can do it as many times as you want. You can use other things if you get more confident. Okay, because remember, is it okay to make a mistake? Yes, because mistakes mean that your brain is growing. So I'm going to start here. And today we're just going to start to go. So I'm going to trace my shape. Is it going to be a perfect? No, it's going to be however you make it, because you are the artist and whatever you make is amazing. So I have my rectangle. Maybe I'm going to come over here and I'm going to trace my button, which is also a circle. Okay. And I'm going to, I hold it down and I go around the best that I can. Maybe I'm going to make, and you can decide what I'm making.
while I'm making it. Maybe you're predicting what I'm making, but you don't really know what's going on in my brain, just like I don't know what's going on in yours. So since we can only use the things that we gathered to trace, then that's what we're going to be doing. This is my triangle shape, and it's a little wonky, but that's okay because I'm using the things at home, right? And if you can't find things and you want to just draw them freehand without tracing, you can. But let me tell you, this adds an extra kind of exciting part to your artwork. So I'm just going to join these here, okay? Now you can do what's called overlapping, and that's when you take a shape and you go over another shape, just like this. Ooh, ooh. Now, what do you think that is? It's some kind of vehicle, in my opinion. I am just kind of creating and seeing where my imagination takes me to see what kind of amazing things I can make with my geometric shapes. Okay, maybe I'm going to put my circle in here. Okay, and around like that. Whoa, I don't know what's happening here. I would like to have a smaller circle in here. Maybe I'm just going to freehand my smaller circle in here. And there we go. Can I just draw lines right here? No, you are only allowed to use your 4 shapes: rectangle, circle, triangle, and square. If I want to draw a square, maybe I'm just going to draw my square freehand. Okay? Maybe I'm just going to have over here, I'm going to have some rectangles that are coming out of here. And I know all of you at home are probably screaming and telling me what this is or what it looks like. I am not quite sure yet. So maybe at the end, you guys can tell me what kind of thing I'm making or what it is or what's its purpose, okay? So I think I'm kind of finished with my shape drawing, and I'm going to get some colors. If you don't have colors at home, that's fine. Maybe you can take your pencil and you can start to make textures or patterns. A pattern is a line, shape, or color that repeats. And maybe you're just going to start to make some repeating shapes in some of your areas, in some of your shapes, repeating lines and making patterns, right? If you have color, you can take your color, and these are crayon dash. They're really fancy metallic colors, and I wish I was there so that you could use my fancy metallic colors, because you know how much I like to give you guys the amazing materials that we get. But unfortunately, I'm just going to have to really deal with what we got at home. Okay, so just do what you can, and you can color and make your thing into a masterpiece. Just like mine. Although I'm not going to take up the whole time. You guys understand. Maybe I'm going to come over here with some blue. If you have colors at home, you can use whatever colors you want. You can make as many of these as you want. Okay? And then we're going to hopefully get some time to share them.
Okay, so now it's your turn to create your geometric masterpiece. Think about your composition. That means the placement of the stuff on your paper. And here's mine. Okay, and when you're finished, I want you guys to find a family member in your house and do a little what we call art criticism, or art, talking about art. And you can say, what do you see in this picture? What do you think? And what do you wonder? You can write the answers on the back if you'd like, or you can just share them with your partner or your family member. I will see you guys next week. Have a great week. I miss you guys so much.